my goddamn raccoon in the store. It's probably been there for a while, but honestly, I don't really pay attention to the store. I don't really go look in the store because I don't really like buying stuff. Kind of need to save my money, especially with, you know, Christmas coming up. You know, I gotta get presents for the whole family, and it is not going to be cheap, let me tell you. Not because just, you know, I like to get my family stuff that, you know, they can either use, you know, like use frequently, or something that actually means something to them, you know, like from the heart type thing. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about Christmas plans when it hasn't even been Thanksgiving yet, but yeah, going back to the goofy ass skins in this game. I remember when, like, before this game was gonna come out, everybody was talking about how, you know, they don't want any of these goofy skins in the game. That's never gonna happen. All right, I just gotta be honest. That's the goofy skins are always gonna be a part of this game going forward. I think it's something that I think we all just need to accept. I mean, because we're talking about Activision, all right? And just because they've been acquired by Microsoft doesn't mean they're gonna still find ways to make money off this game. And it's funny when I say before this came out, because even in the beta, you had the Klaus skin and the Brutus skin. It's like, you should have known by that time that they were gonna start adding all of those crazy goofy skins in the game, man. Like, this isn't a battles, like a war sim, you know. This is Call of Duty. It's an arcade shooter, and it's gonna continue to be an arcade shooter for, you know, the rest of history, you know, for all time. Do I like it? No, because it's just really just a greedy way of taking your money, pretty much. Because these bundles cost like $20-25 plus. All right, with that amount of money, you could buy like, with the money that you spend on COD points just to buy a single bundle, I could buy probably like 5 different like indie games, like small games that I could have just as much or even more fun with, you know. But that's just it, you know. People will continue to buy the bundles no matter what, and that's why they'll keep coming out with them, you know, because they know people will buy them. And I'm not blaming the people that bind them, obviously. It's like, spend your money however you want, man. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. I'm just talking about those people who just don't want that in the game. It's like, you gotta accept that it's gonna be a part of the game forever, for the rest of your life. And I know that may seem like it sucks, but I mean, yeah, like, unfortunately, this over monetization of Call of Duty is gonna persist until people actually stop, you know, paying for the bundles, or until you just die. I say, if you don't want to buy them, just don't buy them, you know. It doesn't really hurt you if you don't buy these bundles, you know. And I also see, you know, a lot of people saying that Call of Duty wants to be Fortnite, and I mean, I don't disagree, but it's like, you kind of have to come to expect that, you know. Fortnite is one of the most successful games, like, of this decade, and probably of all time. Collabs that they have, you know, they collab with everyone. Like, any single game franchise, like new or old, they're gonna have a skin for it in Fortnite, and it works for Fortnite because, you know, it's a battle royale. Like, you're just gonna be running around as these different characters. So it's like, why wouldn't you copy one of the most successful game franchises? No, it's a business strategy that all companies use, you know. You see two competitors, they make pretty much like the same product, and rival company comes up with an idea, and then the other company's like, that's very interesting. How can I do that? So I don't really blame them for trying to copy Fortnite, you know. Obviously at first we're like, you know, what the fuck is this? But now it's just, we just come to accept it, because honestly at the end of the day it doesn't really matter. They probably will come out with collab that you may like, that you may think is cringe or whatever. But it's Call of Duty, man. This game has been changed forever. Like, not just by Fortnite, but just, like I said, just different dev teams like wanting to create their own vision of Call of Duty. I mean, and it's not like you can like blame the developers for, you know, having to put that stuff in the game, because at the end of the day, it's not their call. You know, they don't get to decide the kind of monetization that they put inside the games. It's all Activision. You know, it's all Activision, and obviously up to Microsoft now, since they're the parent company. Like, there's really no reason to put hate on the developers on, you know, that stuff. Like, but I think people like do realize that it's not their fault about this whole over monetization of this game, and it's not really Fortnite's fault that, you know, all of these other games are incorporating things now like battle passes or collab skins. You know, like, a lot of people like to say, oh, Fortnite and its consequences, but really, who would have thought, like, in the first couple of months of Fortnite, that it would become this monolith of not just a battle royale, but just a game in general. You know, like, you can't go anywhere without hearing about Fortnite, you know, especially when it's like, when they have like a big collab going on, you know, because these game companies could have just said, nah, you know, we don't want to put a battle pass. But they saw all the money that Fortnite was making with the battle pass in their system, so, you know, all the other companies followed suit and found that as a way to make more money. It's not their, like, Fortnite's fault that their model works so well that other companies, you know, followed suit. As much as you may not want to admit it, Fortnite is going to be one of the biggest, one of the greatest games of all time, just because of just the cultural impact it has had, and no other battle royale has ever come close to like dethroning Fortnite. And I think that just really, it's a real testament to what, you know, Epic Games was able to do with that game. If you don't like the fact of all these, you know, collab skins or these goofy skins they have, you know, just, you know, I know they're goofy, but the best thing you can do is just ignore them, you know, and just not, you know, buy those packs. You know, I'm not. The only one I bought was the one with the XM4 that shoots out the gobblegums. Mainly just because it looks cool, alright? And also just, you know, the gobblegum effect that it has is pretty cool. But other than that, I don't really find myself like buying any other type of, you know, operator pack or whatever. It's not worth getting, you know, upset at, you know. Call of Duty just, but it's not a milsim, you know. This isn't like Arma, like the Arma series. Like, you're not gonna, it's not really hyper realistic. You know, even Battlefield is a more realistic game than Call of Duty. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's an arcade shooter. These skins are going to be in the game, goofy or not. You know, like there's no use like crying about it. You can say that you don't want them in this game however many times you want, but they're gonna exist, and they're gonna continue to exist. And I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but it's just the truth. Like I said, I'm not gonna be buying any more skins. Honestly, it's not worth the money. Money could go to so many better things than a Call of Duty operator pack, man. But anyways, it's just kind of a yap session. I know tomorrow's Thanksgiving, but just being a Yapperson 9000, just felt like being that today. But anyways, yeah, pretty much it. I'll talk to you people later.